Hi, I'm Karen. I don't have a lot of time. I have some obligations, but I just want to get something quick out. Um, you know, I don't want to swear in every little detail. I'm pretty sure most of it, most everything is pretty close to being right on the money. So don't jump on me if I off by your little detail because I didn't really plan this out fully, but I want to get something out just to like get people inspired to like look into this perhaps because it's pretty important when you base your political views so stringently upon the platform of one particular party and have no open mindedness at all. Because I was shocked when I found out the reality. By the way, I have valley fever. There's no cure. Look it up on YouTube. Dr. Philip, Philip, valley fever survivor, does some short, very, very informative and interesting videos that everyone really needs to watch. Biological weapon, natural occurring, airborne. You better look it up. I'll plan to do some videos in the future. And then I have cancer. There's a cure. Damn FDA. And the fact that we make us so much money off cancer, they don't want us to have a cure. Canada's pretty good at popping out the cures. Check it out. Ebola, cured. Yep. Donated 500,000 doses to the World Health Organization. Probably went unnoticed by most because we don't have a problem with Ebola. They donated to Africa where there's a real problem and a need for that. Anyway, Democrat and Republican. People are really, really becoming so stringent and closed minded, and this is the way it is. But when you get into this research, how they began and who they started, were started by, and why, you'll be amazed. I know I was. I had no idea. The Democratic Party is the oldest party, political party there is. I, like I said, I believe it was in 1800. Andrew Jackson, one of our wonderful Democratic presidents, a slave owner, because slavery was a big part of the Democratic Party. They were for slavery. Yep. Not the Republicans, which actually was the Republican Party was started by Abraham Lincoln. I swear it's true. Abraham Lincoln started it because they had the 13 colonies. They had it worked out. The northern, the southern, south owned the slaves, the North did. They had an understanding, but as new states were acquired, they had to decide each new state coming into the Union would they be pro slavery or against slavery? And there was kind of a battle over this. And with this new president, Abraham Lincoln, coming in, the South really panicked about their slavery, even though Lincoln said, I'm not going to mess with your slavery issues. I'm not getting into that. He still wanted to separate from the Union. The real cause of this Civil War wasn't actually slavery. It was over the fact that the southern states wanted to secede from the Union, and Abraham Lincoln started the Republican Party to keep the Union, to keep this country together, to keep them from succeeding from this Union, which was over slavery, but the real cause was because they wanted to leave and start their own country, the South. He started this. See, I gotta pop up my dates. 1860. Oh, I'm not gonna swear to this. About 1865. Say I don't have it right in front of me. I just wanted to get something out really quick to get people thinking and to look into this because there's videos about it. There's information if you look. But yes, the Republican Party was against slavery. No Republicans were slave owners. It was all the South. Democrats. That was the party of the South, the Democratic Party. Now, I'm only getting into the beginning. I'll go into this more in depth and carry it and tell you how it got flip flopped around to where people think that the Republicans were the ones who were not for any civil rights, pro slavery, and the Democrats were all about freedom and no civil rights and all that. No, no, no. That's not how it began. Um, anyway, after the Civil War was over, which a lot of people don't even know about that. I'll even get into that in the future. Um, there was a big push for civil rights, with Lincoln, and every time they tried to pass civil rights, it was voted down. No Democrats wanted to pass it. The Republicans were the ones. Do you know it was the Democrats who pushed the Indians off their land and took their land from them? And it was the Republicans who were trying to help the Indians, not the Democrats. The Democrats were never the platform for civil rights. They were the ones against civil rights and pro-slavery. It's a fact. Check check it out. Um, and it's the wonderful Democrats who really got us into this mess. And I'm not kidding. And I was a Democrat. I've been a Republican, a Democrat, a Republican. So once I had, my political people I didn't care for or whatever, and I had good reason. Um, Now knowing all that I know, I would never, ever be a Democrat. No way. Because their core philosophy is not about freedom and civil rights. And that's the truth. Hidden agendas there too. Don't think that the people in politics don't know this. Okay. So, um, I have to think. Okay, the gold standard. I know a lot of people have heard about it. Some people know about it, some people don't. Um, Basically, it was FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, during the Depression, 1933. Panic because people wanted to cash in their money for gold. And he took us off this gold standard. Basically, gold meant we had real wealth, something to back up the paper money. What's paper? What is this crap? What is it? Where's some of this crap? Oh, this crap. You might as well wipe your ass with this stuff, you know what I mean? Because it's only worth whatever we've got in our Federal Reserve in gold to back this up. It ain't worth nothing. How much do you think is in the reserves? Fort Knox, gold, bars. Zero. Do you know how long it's been? Zero. Since 1934. A year after dipshit there, Roosevelt took us off the gold standard. I guess he was foreseeing from what I've learned today that there was going to be some problems with Vietnam. Yeah, and then we have our hero, Zero Nixon, who comes along, and Vietnam, and he wanted to pump more money into the Vietnam War. More money. That we had nothing to back this crap up with. And so he makes a deal. Not a very good one. The way he presented it to the people in his little stupid speech is a bullshit way of presenting it, because he didn't tell the consequences that we are now facing. He made a deal with the Middle East, OPEC. Hey, you take nothing but this crap for your oil. Okay, yeah, he makes a deal with them that they will only take this crap, no other currency, but American crap for their oil. So all these other countries with their yen, their freaking whatever their currency is, lira, they have to exchange it for this to get their oil. Okay, sounds like a good idea. What happens if one day they say, you know what, I don't want this crap, I want to take that instead? Then what do we do with this? If you check, hello, there was a fellow, what was his name? Saddam Hussein. That's his name? Yeah. He decided a while ago, he said, you know what, I want this crap, I'm going for the euro dollar. What happened to him? I'm not saying anything. You look into it. You look it up. Maybe I'll elaborate when I have more time. But Gives you something to think about, doesn't it? And we're still in a bind here. You know, we have these issues with these countries that just they really don't want to have to switch this out, especially with this new European Eurodollar. You know, that's why we're keen on them, getting their own currency over there in Europe and not having it all different. 'Cause when I went to Europe back in the mid '90s, I had to exchange when I went to France, when I went to Spain. You got to keep switching your money. It was a big pain because those are like states rather than big countries like we are. So you constantly have to switch out your money. In this country, it's worth this much. In this country, it's worth this much. And they wanted a common currency. I can't blame them for not wanting this and wanting that instead, which is what happened. Okay, so what happens? They keep raising the price and what they don't want this. Then what happens? Word gets out. Well, United States, you've been borrowing money from us. You owe us. You owe us. You owe us. All of a sudden, they're scrambling because we don't have anything to back this up. And they call in our loans because we have this BS system where our government has to take out loans to cover the interest on the money they're borrowing, and we're just borrowing money to cover our freaking interest rate, and that's why we're sinking into this horrible, horrible situation that we're in with this horrible deficit that's never going to get better because we're just trying to cover the interest on these loans, which is ridiculous that we got into this situation to begin with. It's just not all governments do it this way. It was set up entirely wrong to be borrowing money from interest from private banks and stuff like that. And trying to cover our interests all the time because we're giving out money. Here, we'll give you some money. We'll take care of you. We'll take care of you. It's not that I hate the rest of the world. It's that we can't afford them. We can't afford ourselves. When people are bitching about, well, we're going to spend on this. No, we can't spend. We can't spend it on anything because there's no money. Wake up. The big banks, the good banks, are not around here. They're not owned by us. George Carlin talked about these. There's a club, and you're not in it. The 1% of the wealth of the world, the majority. And you're not part of it. Look into it. They own the banks. They have the gold. My recommendation. Well, I don't want to say because give it away, everybody will keep buying it. But yeah, we got a bad situation because if these wealthy people that own these banks call in our loans and we can't afford it, who do we answer to? Not our government. Who takes over them? The wealthy who don't even care about us at all. Mm-mm. They got a club, and you ain't in it. They're richer than the Queen of England, and they're all over this world. And their name is even trademarked. Look it up. Maybe I'll clue you in the future when I have a little more time. But I just wanted you to look into what's really going on with our money, gold that we don't have, the banks, the real problems with the Middle East, the shitty OPEC deal, and the origins of our political parties. I could go into that in a lot more detail. I don't have a cell phone, so I haven't been able to verify my account to get longer recording times anyway. What do I need a cell phone for? I don't go anywhere. I don't really have any friends. That's okay. It's not quantity, it's quality. I have one friend here, and I have my dog and my son. Hopefully he's coming in June. But I wish everyone well. And if you have a political question, I don't mind. You're not going to butthurt me as long as you're polite. But I would appreciate it if, someone had addressed some issues and just gave me, random information, they're going to do this or that. Give me, if you can't, a date, executive order number, a little more to go on so I don't have to research it as much and it saves a little more time. But I don't mind trying to, I'm not just going to throw things out without something to back it up. So anyway, YouTube was like, get off of here. But I just wanted to just throw a little bit out at you. And I'll pick it up in another time. But love everyone. And just get informed. Let's come together and just get informed. Take care, everybody.